Have you ever been on a date that was going so badly you walked out and left? I craved a good steak dinner, so I invited an internet person I had been chatting with to my favorite log cabin restaurant. I immediately thought it was strange that she asked me to come to her apartment to pick her up. Usually for internet first dates, you don't usually give your address out. But I thought it wasn't a big deal. I drove up and a very large woman was standing there with a very large purse. It was indeed her, but I had to ask because she had posted an inaccurate photo of her online. She didn't look like the photo in face or body. Oh, okay. I thought, we will have a nice dinner together, and her untruthfulness wasn't going to ruin my dinner. When we got to the restaurant, I offered to lock her huge bag in the trunk. She said, "No, I never go anywhere without this." Now I'm thinking, what's with her attitude and that bag? I don't care for her much, but no problem. We will have a pleasant dinner together anyway. So, once seated, I look over the wine list and there are a few domestic Cabernet and Merlots that I have had and liked. Yeah, overpriced, but that's normal. She, however, wants the $75 a bottle wine. I asked, "Have you ever had that wine? Is it good?" "No," she replied, "but that's what I want." I said, "Wow, it's so expensive. How about if they sell it by the glass? I get you one to see if you like it." "Oh, okay, we can go with one you already know you like," she agreed. I didn't think expensive wine would come by the glass anyway. The wine comes, and for some reason the server pours a little for me to test and for my date also. We approve and the server takes our order for dinner. Now, this is a place where the smallest steak dinner is a full 16 ounces. It usually comes as 2 steaks with all the side dishes included. It's what I usually order, and most of the time I bring 1 steak home. I'm a 200 pounds man and I eat like a horse. This woman orders a 24-ounce porterhouse and floors me, but I say nothing. She obviously is out to get as much as she can free and eat all week on the leftovers. I resolved never to see her again. So, no worries, I'm annoyed, but I'm going to still have a pleasant evening despite her quirks. So as she reaches over to drink her drip of wine, I notice her bracelet. "Oh, what an attractive bracelet," I say. "Yes, it's magnetic," she exclaims, "and it helps me with wrist pain." That's when the trouble started. I say that I'm glad it helps her. It's my opinion that the help it gives people is psychosomatic. She then virtually exploded with a very loud vulgar rant towards me. "You are a freaking liar. My doctor knows that it's real and you don't know a freaking thing." I see our waitress hiding behind a log, peeking out in horror. Everyone became silent in the whole place. The proverbial pin drop could have been heard in between this behemoth's shrieks. Then I say, "Just try to calm down. We have ordered our meals and can still have a nice dinner. Then I will take you home and we never have to see each other again." "You're a freaking liar," she screamed again. "And you had better pay for our food and not stiff the waitress." So I pushed away from the table, got up and leaned over the table towards her and said, "Lady, don't you tell me how to act in a restaurant." As I start to turn right towards where the server is hiding, I see an angry patron on my right coming over to us, but he sees and hears me handling the situation and goes back to his table. The server was able to cancel our food, and she said she would get the almost full bottle of wine and cork it for me. I go back and tell the date that if she wants a ride home to be in front in 5 minutes and I will drive up to the door. The server thanks me again. As she hands me the wine, she says, "You will need this when you get home." I let the woman get in my car. She placed that huge bag on her lap and put her whole arm inside up to her elbow, pointing towards me. Now I realized what the bag is. It conceals her protection. I drive home with one eye on her, never saying a word. She never let her eyes leave me as we drove 10 miles back to town. I resolved to crash the car on her side if she pulls a weapon on me, maybe bear spray, I don't know. I dropped her off at home and got the hell out of there. That was the worst date of my life.